Y'all better save them tax checks. Say it's tax season. Say your tax checks so you can rock the fur like me.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Lil Bit with Lady Empress promo.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Get it cracking in the club when you hear the shit.
Like and subscribe.
What they do, y'all? What they do? Okay, then it's tax season. You know what I'm saying? That's why I had to throw on the little fur. What's up? Welcome to my channel, Lil Bit's World, where we do a little bit of everything, baby. It's tax season. You hear me? So today, make sure y'all like and subscribe. Button at the bottom or whatever. But today we're gonna do a book review, y'all. Yes, sir. And I felt like in honor of this book, I had to throw the fur across me. You hear me? Peter, don't get at me now, baby. You already know this coochie hair. Don't get at me. But yeah, today we are gonna be reviewing Quan Millz Tax Season Thots. If it don't got thoughts in the title, Quan Millz ain't write the book. You hear me? So this book is 25 chapters. I got the book off of Kindle. I went on Amazon, bought it, and then, I read it on Kindle or whatever. It's a point of view book, so each chapter comes from the character's perspective. Let's get right into it. So this book start off, y'all, with the first character's perspective, Lamont. Lamont is getting sloppy toppy in the church parking lot. This how Quan started the book. In the church parking lot at a funeral. It wasn't his grandma funeral, but it was his ex/baby mama grandma funeral. First of all, what you doing there? If that's your ex, maybe you love the lady, but in the book he say he ain't even like the lady. Why are you there? You ain't supporting her. You outside getting supported. You know what I'm saying? In the car from some unknown slut. Like they never told us who the slut is. You know what I'm saying? She's just out there disrespecting herself and the Lord. In the church parking lot, child. Now, the story flips over to Jasmine, his baby mama. Now, Jasmine grandma done died. This is the funeral they at or whatever. And Jasmine grandma raised her since she was 2 years old. Because apparently, mama was a crackhead. And she died off of the drugs. And her daddy got caught up in some street shit. And he died off that. So now, Jasmine grandma done raised her or whatever. Now, Jasmine, only family left since her grandma done died is her Auntie Caroline. But Auntie Caroline don't like her ass anyway. So, at this point, she don't got nobody left. So, she in there all toe up. But meanwhile, she brought her ex-boyfriend/baby daddy for comfort. But he's getting comforted in the car while she like, where is he at? This is Jasmine's perspective. But we know where he at because we see how the book started off. Now, Jasmine just in the church crying and carrying on. And Auntie Caroline telling her, man, you need to get up and stop doing all that, whatever. Like, being very, mean towards this girl. So, we can already see the relationship that they have in the beginning of this book. The story flips over to Karisha. Karisha's like a 20-something-year-old. She work at a deli or whatever. This dude, Kyrie, been coming up to the job trying to talk to her. And she not really paying him no attention because he's not saying nothing, but he keep coming up there for her. Now, in the midst of her story or her perspective, she rides with her co-worker, Anisha, home, and Anisha about to go. Meanwhile, Kyrie finally, of all days, want to talk to her and get to know her and get her number. She ended up telling him she got a boyfriend or whatever, but she got his number because he like, man, that shit ain't working out. Her boyfriend is Demonte. Now, she get up out of there with her co-worker who lives in the same complex as her. In the complex, Karisha lives with her baby daddy, Demonte, his mama, Dorothy, and she running a daycare from there, doing taxes, and she kept collecting disability. So, sis running up the system. This is Karisha's story. The story comes back to Jasmine. Okay, remember Jasmine who grandma died? It's been 2 weeks since the funeral, and her Auntie Caroline, that nasty bitch, come and tell her, mind you, she been living in her grandma's house all her life, said, oh, baby, you got to pack up all your shit. You got to move up out of here, get your own apartment, and get your shit together because we selling this house. I got to pay for the funeral costs. She ain't leave no life insurance. So I got to take care of all this, and we got to sell this immediately. So she just did it without thinking, packed up all her stuff, ain't asked no questions, went and found the apartment, and Auntie Caroline gave her $10,000 and just left her to go on by her mighty way. Ain't check on the girl or nothing. So now Jasmine is in her new apartment. They telling us how she used the $10,000 being a dummy, bought furniture, Went and hit the mall. You know how bitches do when they get money. Like, girl, you supposed to take that money and put towards your rent and shit. This hoe done spent all the money on nice dishes, like she inviting the queen over for tea. Sweet girl, you need to go and to the Goodwill right now, because you ain't got it. You don't got no job. You know what I'm saying? Your grandma been paying all the bills, so we know you have no financial literacy. What are you doing? Jasmine blow all the damn money, y'all, on furniture. So now they introduce her best friend, Michaela. Michaela, like, girl, you was crazy. Why would you spend all this money on all this? You don't need all that. And she like, man, Michaela, you just hating. You don't want me to have nice stuff. Mind you, while Michaela's over there, her baby daddy, Lamont, shows up. So Lamont, like, not saying nothing. He like, the stuff look good, but it's like, why you spending all this? You need a job. So Michaela ended up telling her, well, I'm trying to go to a job interview tomorrow. You could come with me. All you gotta do is sign up online. She like, girl, I'm not doing that. He like, you need to. Shoot, I'm already giving you $350 a month for child support. You need to go get you a job. So she sucked it up and went to the job interview. Now the story flips over to Michaela's perspective. Michaela, remember Jasmine's best friend that just was trying to give her good advice about saving her money and getting a job? Bro, why the fuck was Michaela the one giving him sloppy toppy in the church parking? Michaela was giving him sloppy toppy in the church parking lot, y'all. I'm disgusted. What are y'all doing? Lamont, what's up? You know what I'm saying? So Michaela like being in love with Lamont. Michaela, like, this is her perspective. She been was gonna get Lamont. She been hating on Jasmine on the low for all these years. They popped right out to tell us Michaela's a slut. And she's in love with Lamont. Meanwhile, she's the reason why Jasmine and Lamont not together. He broke up with Jasmine because he started fucking Michaela. Like, what's going on? We flip the Lamont perspective. This dog. Lamont, like, oh, he feel bad. He instantly regretted having sex with Michaela. She came over there one day and, like, put the pussy on him. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have no choice but to keep smashing. The only benefit of that I give him is Jasmine was his first and his only. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might have to go out there and see what's going on, because things like this happen. The temptation. I'm not excusing this behavior, guys. I'm just saying, like, this the only pussy you ever had. You know what I mean? He could have made a better decision. You could have went and fucked anybody. You fucked the best friend. So now he mad at Michaela, like, why in the fuck is you trying to make her work at the job with you? Y'all supposed to not be being friends no more. And she like, well, I can't just do this. Like, she trying to play both sides. So Michaela like, man, I can't just not get the girl a job. She saying she need a job or she need to get her life together. Like, I gotta help her out. So he mad at her, like, man, get the fuck on, man. You playing games or whatever. She like, no, I want to be with you. So these people got some scandalous shit going on. Demonte. The story goes over to Demonte, Karisha's baby daddy. Demonte's story starts with him in the bed with his pregnant side chick. He getting it in. He getting it in with Olivia while his baby mama headed home from work, riding in the car with her coworker, and he got the damn car. You know them niggas that had a car and they act like they out working all day, come home with no money, and you done took the bus home. Like, what are you doing? So anyway, now he over here at Olivia's house knocking her down, and he get a call from his mama like, you need to come home. And he like, man, what? And he like, man, I got to be home anyways because my old lady, Karisha, getting off work, and I got to get there. So he get up out of there. He get over to his house. The mama in his chest like, man, your baby mama saying she gonna go to somewhere else to get her taxes done. So he like, man, I'm gonna talk to her because I got plans for that money. Like, why is y'all, none of y'all ain't at the deli flipping sandwiches. Why is y'all clocking this girl W-2 in her tax money? The story flips back over to Jasmine. Now, Jasmine ended up going into the job interview, her and Michaela, and, you know, they're sitting in the lobby. Come to find out it's a group interview, so they're interviewing together. Meanwhile, Michaela talking to Jasmine about Lamont, saying how he really ain't no good, like really like pushing this girl away from her man, and this girl not even understanding or recognizing because she think this is her best friend. So she like hearing her, whatever, but you know, they still got to go do the job interview, so she ain't trying to get caught up with this conversation about Lamont. Finally, they both ended up getting a job, so they decided, let's go get us something to eat to celebrate. They go to get them something to eat to celebrate. They all ride in Michaela's car, being that they're best friends. They probably came to the job interview together. So now they in Michaela's car, go to the little Chick-fil-A, get them something to eat real quick. So while Jasmine done slipped up, not that she have to slip up, slipped up and said she's still fucking Lamont, y'all. Michaela almost died, baby, because you know she in love with him. She thinking she really stopping something by fucking him. Meanwhile, he's smashing his baby mama still. They broke up, but he's smashing both of them. So Michaela's sick. She's sick. So Michaela throwing the little digs. Jasmine finally picked up the digs and said, you know what? Bitch, you keep saying little slick shit to me, ho. If you got a problem with me, go ahead and say it. So they done got into it in Chick-fil-A to the point Jasmine said, you know what? I'm going to take me a Uber home, ho. I don't even need you to take me nowhere. So now she gets in her Uber and she heads to her house. When she gets to her house, she at the mailbox. She runs into Karisha. They stay in the same apartment complex on the same floor. They ended up talking for a little while and found that out. She ended up walking her upstairs because she had bags or whatever, and Karisha came into her apartment. At first she was reluctant, but she said Karisha seemed like she was kind of cool or whatever. Came into her apartment to bring the stuff in. In the midst of all this happening, y'all, while Lamont walk in, you know the dude that only had 2 pussies in his life, he walks in, y'all, and see Karisha, and he started low-key flirting, baby. And when I say Jasmine felt the type of way, Jasmine felt the type of way like, oh, okay, boy, you could go now, sis. I'm good, everything in here, whatever. She checked Lamont or whatever, and that was Jasmine's point of view. The story flips back to Karisha. Now, Karisha's at her job. This must be the next day, and she's waiting on Demonte to come pick her up from her job. Demonte, who don't have no job, is 45 minutes late. Boy, where are you at? What she's trying to do is go to her mama house and get her W-2. That's where she sunk it, because usually her mom-in-law do her taxes, so she would think as soon as the W-2 come start on the taxes, so she tried to be slick with it. She sunk it over to her mama house. She pissed at Demonte like, boy, where were you at when he finally get there? Like, I really sat here and waited 45 minutes. He ain't saying shit. You know, he just let her go off. She ended up saying, yeah, take me to my mama house because I gotta go get something or whatever. He ended up taking her over there, no questions asked. Now we at Demonte's point of view, right after he was late. Come to find out, he was late because he was with Olivia, the side chick, at her doctor's appointment. Remember, she like 9 months pregnant or however the story go. So he had the doctor's appointment with her, so now he late to pick up his damn girlfriend. So that's why he like, oh yeah, she talking shit right now in the car, but I ain't even gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let her go off. You feel me? Because he know he dead ass wrong. He ended up taking her over to her mama house. He don't know what the reason is. He just knows she keep demanding to go there. So when they leave Karisha mama house, you know, Karisha feel like, man, you know what? I don't really even want to be with this dude. She done got that W-2. She thought about that money that was coming back. I don't even really want to be with this dude. So she done told him like, nah, it's over. I don't really want to do this no more. I just feel like we ain't been fucking the same. Like, everything is just not the same. But it's over. She straight broke up with this dude. I don't know if this that tax season power, but this is how she felt. She broke up with him. He's sick. Like, man, I never thought that this girl would break up with me. He's sick. Like, oh, no. We ain't doing that. And she like, yeah, I feel like it's over or whatever. He trying to fight for the relationship. She's clearly done. He like, oh, nah, you ain't going nowhere. This, that, and the third. In the midst of all of this happening, why his phone blowing up? He trying to keep Karisha like, oh, baby, don't leave. His phone blowing up. Why it's Olivia? He finally hit her answer, and she like, oh, bitch, I'm in labor. His old lady leaving him. She in labor. The mama mad because this girl ain't filing the taxes. He feels stressed out. We at Dorothy's house now. Dorothy is telling them, listen, I ain't watching no more kids. It's been a long day. I ain't trying to hear about no kids or whatever. He trying to get Dorothy to watch the kids because he want to go to the hospital. And he know Karisha just got off work and she ain't doing it. But they don't know that Karisha trying to go get her taxes filed real fast or whatever. So she trying to take her baby and leave his first baby mama's son and go do her business. The mama, Dorothy, say she ain't watching no kids. We get into her perspective now. She say, I ain't watching no kids. I've been watching kids all day, and I'm just not doing it or whatever. So Karisha ended up taking her baby with her, and he convinced the mama to watch the son. Dorothy only feel like she doing this because she trying to make up for the fact that she was a crackhead, and she raised him real bad, and she just don't want him to be mad at her. You know, people be trying to make up for being a bad parent. So that's what she's trying to do right now with him. And she feel like she really don't put her foot down because he need to do better. Now, the story flips back over to Jasmine. Remember, Jasmine just got the job. She was mad at Michaela because Michaela was talking shit about her spending her money. She just got her W-2 or whatever. So now, in Jasmine's perspective right now, she got the little job going. Everything is happening. Now, this is the same day that Karisha is trying to go and file her taxes, and she got her baby with her. So Karisha go knock on Jasmine's door and ask her, hey, could you take me to go file my taxes? And the girl looking like, well, damn, this bitch bold the hell to ask, but shit, she obviously needed, and I do want to make a friend, so she decided to go and take her or whatever. And she also have to file her taxes. So she like, yeah, cool, we could go ahead and make a day of it. As they getting ready to go down to file their taxes, Auntie Caroline called. Auntie Caroline tell Jasmine, hey, we finally found somebody to buy the house. We need you to sign some papers so we could just sign the house over or whatever. Jasmine really ain't into the whole details of the stuff. So she like, yeah, I'll do it when I get a chance. So Auntie Caroline like, no, you need to hurry up. This is important. We need to hurry up and get this done. So as Jasmine getting ready to go down to file her taxes or whatever, Michaela is blowing her phone up. She finally answered, put it on speaker. You let Karisha hear everything she's saying. And she like trying to talk about Lamont. You know, girl, we just argued about you coming at me in my relationship and stuff. And you called me to talk about Lamont. So she like, girl, like I'm not talking to you about this. Like, please leave me alone or whatever. And Karisha ended up telling her, girl, that girl sound like she fucking your man. And she like, nah, she wouldn't do that. But she like, well, I'm trying to tell you, that's what it sound like to me. She really don't believe that Lamont and Michaela is fucking, but she's thinking of it in the back of her head. So now the story flipped back over to Demonte, Karisha's baby daddy. His ass is in the hospital with his white baby mama. They just had the baby, and the girl like, listen, I ain't just no white girl you finna hide. You gonna marry me, this, that, because she done had the baby, so she making demands. He like, bitch, I'm not doing none of that. Like, and you would never come at me like that. Matter of fact, pussy ass hoe, I'm gonna let you sit here for a couple of days and think about what you did, and fuck that baby. You take care of that baby by yourself type shit. And she like, no. So he trying to get up out of there for real because he done figured out what Karisha got going on. He like, man, I gotta get back to the house. So he left the hospital or whatever, headed back to the crib. Now we go over to Lamont perspective, okay? Lamont who's fucking Michaela. Yeah, so Lamont tells Jasmine, I guess he done thought about it, realized everything he doing with Michaela is a mistake. He tell Jasmine, baby, I want my family back. Jasmine like, man, listen, I ain't on none of that no more. Like, my life is on track. I got a job. Like, I'm living for more than just you. I don't want you no more, Lamont. So Lamont like, man, I love you. It was a mistake leaving and doing all this. So Lamont is trying to get his family back right now in his perspective. She tell his ass no. He decided to go to Michaela like, you know what? If I shut this down with her, maybe I could really get Jasmine back. Tell Michaela, oh, it's over. All that shit we did. Like, I never loved you. I never liked you. None of that. It was just dick and pussy type shit. Like, I was just fucking. I don't like you, whatever. Michaela like, bitch, you're never gonna leave me, bitch. Like, on some crazy thin line between love and hate shit. Like, Michaela went to going psycho, whatever. Jumped on them. They fighting, tussling in the apartment. Knocking shit down or whatever. And started fucking. While Michaela tried to get pregnant, like, which he shouldn't have been fucking her without a condom, he stuffed a Plan B down this bitch throat. So at this point, he realized this bitch crazy. It's gonna be hard to get rid of her. Story flipped back to Karisha. At this point, Karisha done broke up with Demonte. She planned on using the $6,500 from the tax people to get her a new apartment and get herself set up or whatever without Demonte. She decided that she's gonna stay with Jasmine because they stay on the same floor. That way she could still catch rides to work with Anisha, the co-worker. So Jasmine said, you can stay in my extra room and don't worry about it. Just stay until you get your money because, you know, it was supposed to come back in like a week. So now while Karisha's at the house, Michaela and her cousin from Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico somewhere, pops up at Jasmine's house. So Karisha don't know these people, so she just getting into this apartment with her. She go in the back to let Jasmine handle her business. We go to Jasmine perspective. Jasmine is pissed that Michaela popped up. Meanwhile, Karisha thinks she doing her a favor by going in the back and letting her handle her business. She really wanted her to stay out there with her. Michaela like acting playing innocent, and then on top of that, Jasmine say she don't even like Michaela's cousin. Like, you, not only did you pop up to my house, you brought this hoe over here and I don't fuck with her like that, and I'm not fucking with you right now. So, you know, Michaela acting all innocent. What's wrong? Like, why you ain't talking to me? Da-da-da-da-da. And Jasmine like, why are you popping up over here? Like, as you can see, we're not fucking with each other or whatever. And Michaela like, oh, well, my cousin in town. And she looking like, well, bitch, I don't like that hoe either. But, you know, they spoke being cordial. Even the cousin like, y'all don't need to do this. Y'all been best friends since y'all was kids. And to think she slick fucking that girl, man. So anyway, Karisha can hear all this stuff in the back, but at the end of the day, she ain't really trying to get into the midst of all this. So Jasmine straight laid the bitch, snapped on her, told her everything about her ass, and made her get up out of her house. So once Michaela left, remember, Jasmine got to go sign the papers with her auntie. So she asked Karisha, hey, you could come with me to go sign these papers so I could just get my auntie off my back. But right before she went to the auntie house to sign the papers, she decided, let me stop by where I grew up at, because I'm guessing it's in the same neighborhood. When she stopped by, her neighbor came to the car like, Jasmine, where you been at? I ain't see you since you moved out or whatever. And she ended up telling her that she had to move out because they had to sell the house because of all this stuff. And the neighbor, who was also a lawyer and who used to play lawyer to Jasmine grandma, said, what are you talking about? Sell what house? Your auntie and her family moved in that house 2 weeks after the funeral. Remember when auntie made her leave up out of the house? Talking about they had to sell it? Why auntie done moved into the damn house? If I'm lying, I'm flying. Auntie done moved into the house, have this girl over here struggling in the apartment. The neighbor said, sweetie, I did all the paperwork, the will and everything with your grandma. She left this house to you. This girl like, oh, what is going on, Mr. Andrew? Are you sure? He like, yes, baby. Yes, ma'am. That's your house. She's sick about it. He like, before you sign anything, make sure you have a witness and you tell her you got to take your lawyer, make your lawyers look over that. She like, okay, Mr. Andrews, I ain't signing nothing. Auntie steady blowing her up. She stopped answering. Now, the story flipped back over to Demonte. This is like a week later, y'all. Demonte get his income tax. I know y'all like, how the fuck Demonte got his income tax if Demonte don't got no job? Remember, Demonte found out what Karisha was doing. He figured out that he went to the mama house to make her get her W-2. And he figured out that's why she dumped him. Like, you only acting like this because you got some money coming. So, remember, his mama do taxes. So that day when Karisha went to go get her taxes done and he was at the hospital and all that, him and his mama came up with a plan. He do his taxes before Karisha do her taxes. Now, Demonte's claiming that he worked with the mama all year. Then he also filed the baby. Him and Karisha baby, he filed that baby. Right before Karisha went with Jasmine to do her taxes. So now he done got his income tax back. They done got back $9,000. 9 bands. Karisha was finna get back $6,500. He done got 9 bands because the mama done did all this extra shit because she know how to get that money when it come to taxes. You know what I'm saying? The story flipped back to Jasmine. Jasmine is at work just going over the stuff in her head that Mr. Andrews telling her. So auntie blowing her up at work, And she like, I'm gonna come get the damn papers, relax. After her job ends, she go to the house, get Karisha, go down to her auntie house for the papers. Now, when she get there for the papers, auntie like, yeah, come in and sign these papers. She like, oh, no, I'm going to just have a lawyer look over those papers. And she like, the auntie like, what you need a lawyer to look over the papers for? Girl, come sign these papers. She said, no, I want a lawyer to look over the papers. So, auntie like, well, one of the papers is missing. She like, well, the papers was here earlier when you want me to sign them. Why all of a sudden the papers is missing now? So she like, you playing games. And she like, well, I'm going to call you back. She trying to act all nice now. I'm going to call you when I get all the papers. Because now she realized this girl ain't stupid. So now, remember, it's a week later. This is when all the taxes is dropped. The people called Jasmine while she was at work and told her, hey, your money is ready. You could come down here. When she went to pick up Karisha to go to the auntie house, Karisha ended up telling her, I got to go up there too. But they saying it's a problem with my taxes. And she like, huh? What are you talking about? You should be getting your money today. They go up. Jasmine get her money. Karisha finds out somebody used her baby social security and she only getting back $300 instead of $6,500. She's sick. Who could have stole my baby social security? Like, my baby information is in the house. Like, nobody got this stuff. She automatically thought about it. Demonte and his trifling ass mama. She called Demonte. Hey, Demonte, where y'all at? Demonte like, oh, baby, we out to eat. Demonte got that 9 bands back, baby. He went shopping. Bought his baby, like Olivia baby, all kind of shit. Took him and his mom and them out shopping. Bought them something to eat. He hanging out. Now, Demonte's living his best life. We fast forward over to Lamont. Right now, Lamont is trying to get his family back, honey. He done took Jasmine out to dinner. You know, we need to get our family together. I want to marry you. All this stuff that I've been wanting to do. All this stuff you've been wanting me to do, I'm ready to do it. Jasmine is fed up. Like, I ain't really trying to do none of that with you or whatever. I'm good or whatever. Jasmine ended up leaving his house after they came back from dinner. Why the hell Michaela crazy ass about 10 minutes later knocked on the damn door? She try to go in the house. But this time, all that fighting shit that caused them to fuck the first time, He like, I ain't on none of that shit. Right now, I want my family back. I don't want to be with nobody but Jasmine. So you could get up out of here. Michaela like, bitch, I'm not leaving without a fight on something line between love and hate shit. You hear me? Now the story fast forwards over to Demonte. And, you know, he just got all this money and everything. He goes to his baby mama's house, Olivia, to bring the new baby some stuff since he stopped talking to her at the hospital or whatever. When he get over here, why the hell her mama and daddy over there, child? Daddy tried to get in his chest like, oh, you gonna treat my baby right, da-da-da. Why the hell Demonte told the daddy right what it is? Listen, this was my slut. She knew I had a girlfriend. She decided to put herself in the position, lied and told me she had an abortion. But now here comes the baby. So what we gonna do from here? That's how he came at the daddy, and daddy ain't had no choice but to respect. So now the story flips over to Karisha. Remember, they was out to eat. They done finally came back. She go over there to snap or whatever, because she done called Kyrie and he done put it in her head. The only people that could have did it was your baby daddy them or whatever. But he also told her, let that shit go or whatever. So she talking to Isis, which is her baby, and the baby done told her, you know, kids gonna tell it all. Yeah, daddy done went and took us shopping. Daddy bought his new baby some stuff. Daddy done bought us food and all this. And she like, new baby, da-da-da. You know, kids gonna tell it. So now she asking the mama them, what's going on with this? The mama don't know. Remember, the mama don't know. So that's what's going on with Karisha's point of view right now. She trying to figure out what the hell is happening. But she's also dating Kyrie, the dude that's been coming into the deli at this point. They supposed to go out to dinner. So she like, you know what? Fuck him. I'm finna focus on my new man. So now Karisha just really feel betrayed. Like, because, you know, the baby done told her all this tea or whatever. So she like, you know what? I'm packing up my baby and fuck all y'all. Like, you don't even got to watch my baby no more. She took her baby down to her mama house. Like, I'm not dealing with these people. She threatened to call Section 8 and call the IRS and tell them that they doing fraud. But then Kyrie told her, let it go. Like, really, if you want your blessings, just let that situation go. You know, the story switches over to Demonte. You know, he done left the baby mama's house, done scraping the daddy and the baby mama them. And he back at his mama house. He find out that Karisha came through threatening me about the money. So he thinking like, damn, I don't want my mama to get in trouble. So he like, man, I know she trying to get an apartment. I'm going to take some of the money and I'm going to put it down on the apartment for them so that she could just chill, because she only really doing that because she wanted the apartment. So his mind still not realizing the betrayal. Like, this girl really worked hard all year, well, for 3 months so that she could get this W-2 or whatever for apartment for them. He trying to flip it and do dumb shit, buy baby stuff, go out eating, go shopping at the mall. Like, this is what his mind is on right now. And get some dope and re-up, because the nigga been down bad. You know that one dude that sell drugs but ain't had no work since you met them? Like, bruh, do you sell drugs or do you smoke them, motherfucker? He is stressed out. You know what I'm saying? He thought he had everybody in his life straight by making sure Olivia, this new baby mama, wasn't in his chest about buying baby clothes and buying cribs and stuff. He done straightened out her parents. He thought Karisha was going to be straight because he was planning on getting the money, some of the money, and putting it down on an apartment because he know that's what she wanted. But it's like, you can't control that girl money. And then, of course, he's making sure his first baby mama is straight by always watching the baby and making sure she got whatever money she need. So now he like, damn, I done did all this. Who's looking out for me? So he decide to go get looked out for. Why the hell Quan do this every time? When I say this story changed, it was a plot twist. I was not waiting for y'all. Why in the fuck Demonte go to Anisha, the co-worker of Karisha, go to her apartment? I'm trying to figure out, well, what he over there for? Yeah, go to her apartment or whatever and start fucking her baby daddy. This is how he decided that he's going to relieve stress. Yeah. He's fucking the baby daddy. But wait, there's more. He been fucking the baby daddy since he was 14 years old, y'all. Story flips over to Jasmine now. Jasmine is in the midst of finding out that this house is hers. Auntie been swindling her the whole damn time or whatever. So she's not really feeling that situation or whatever. Michaela has been blowing her up. She's not fucking with Michaela. Michaela trying to talk to her at work and everything. And, you know, the cousin like, man, y'all need to let this, you know, the cousin started working at the job. So the cousin like, y'all need to just let this shit go. Y'all beefing at work. This shit starting to become strange. So Michaela and her started to talk. Why the hell Michaela go and ask her about damn Lamont? Jasmine snapped like, why you remember Karisha done got in her head. Why you always worried about Lamont? Like, bitch, I got other shit going on. My auntie's still in this house. You ain't asking me about none of that. But you asking me about Lamont when we first started back talking. So now she snap on her or whatever. So now she asks her straight up, bitch, is you fucking Lamont? Michaela said, bitch, ask Lamont. Jasmine called Lamont, put his ass on speaker and said, what's going on with you and Michaela? Lamont said, bitch, I don't know what you talking about. I wouldn't touch that hoe, that dirty hoe. I wouldn't touch that hoe with your dick. I wouldn't touch that hoe with a dildo, bitch. I wouldn't fuck that hoe. I wouldn't do nothing to that hoe. That's what Lamont said. So now Jasmine like, oh yeah, bitch, this the nigga you so-called fucking? This the nigga you so-called fucking because he denying you. That shit hurt Michaela feeling so bad because you know she in love with Lamont. Michaela told it all. Yeah, bitch, I been fucking your man for the whole time. Da, 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 da. Told her the whole rundown at the job. When I say Jazz was sick, she is sick, baby. She got to go do an evaluation with her damn boss and she is sick. She ended up telling the boss everything, though. And the boss like, man, don't worry about it. That hoe 1 foot out the door. The boss is some fine nigga that's trying to push up on Jasmine, by the way. So he like, that hoe 1 foot out the door. Don't even worry about it. But she ain't let Michaela see her sweat, though. She did all that with the boss. When I say God sit high and look low. So now we're in Michaela's perspective. Michaela done got fired, y'all. When I say 1 foot out the door, she was 1 foot out the door. The next day, the bitch got fired or whatever. She was having a bad day since that night she went to Lamont house trying to fuck him after Jasmine left. And he told her, bitch, I don't want nothing to do with you. That shit had her so mad at work the next day, she done fucked around and cussed on the phone with the people. And the people heard it on the recorded line and fired her ass the next day. Right after the boss told Jasmine, oh, she 1 foot out the door. Now, Michaela is sick in her perspective because she don't got no kids to file. So she only getting back $300 for her taxes. That ain't enough with her check combined to get her another apartment, so she got to move in with her mama. You see how the world just fall on some people when they doing nasty shit? Nah, she went from having her own apartment to staying back with her mama. This story ends with Karisha and Demonte and all of these baby mamas' drama. At this point, you know, since Karisha knew she wasn't getting no money back from her taxes, she decided to leave Jasmine's house because she like, I can't be here and can't pay you. You know what I'm saying? So she moved back in with her mama, which she didn't want to do because her mama stayed too far from her job. And remember, she was taking rides with Anisha to work. So now, Kyrie, you know, they've been dating, said, you know, I'll come pick you up. Don't even worry about it or whatever. I'll take you to work. Make sure everything is right. We're going to go down to the car lot, try to get you a little car based on whatever money it is that you got. We're going to get you right. Don't stress out. I promise everything is going to work itself out or whatever. Karisha's at work or whatever. Her phone is blowing up. Demonte, Anisha's calling everybody. Jasmine calling her because, you know, Jasmine just got good news. Jasmine want to tell her about the fact that Michaela done got fired. You know, she found out that this is her house and she also want Karisha to come stay at the house with her because she don't want to be at that house by herself. And she like, you know, Karisha and her baby could come over since she not getting her taxes and she could just give me this certain amount of money a month to stay here or whatever because I own the house. You know, we don't got to do all that. So she's blowing Karisha up for this, but Karisha ain't trying to answer the phone because she's at work or whatever. And she's also stressed out because her plans on getting an apartment done fell through. So now, finally, she answered for the co-worker or whatever. The co-worker told her, like, when I get to the job, I got to show you something or whatever. The co-worker done put spy cameras up around their apartment because she already suspected that her baby daddy had been cheating on her. So now they go over in the break room to talk and she just pull out the video. Remember, Anisha / the co-worker is Trey, who's fucking Demonte's baby mama. Pulls out the camera and shows her, pulls out the phone and shows her the video of Demonte and Trey fucking at their house. And the video got audio. So they found out they've been fucking for 14 years. Everybody's sick. Karisha like, oh, bitch, I gotta go get tested. This is too much. I don't know what you gonna do, but I'm leaving this job right now to go get tested. She ended up leaving the job to go get tested or whatever. Everything came back negative. She was so distraught. She like, I can't even tell Kyrie all this. Like, he already dealing with the fact that he got to take me to work. I don't got no car. I don't got no stable job. Like, how I'm going to tell this man all of this or whatever? So she finally decided, man, fuck this. I'm going to tell this man. It is what it is. Like, I'm going to have to tell him or whatever. So she told the coworker, hey, send me the video or whatever because I got to go confront this nigga and his mama because his mama really his little ride or die. So I know she know what he got going on. So now she go to confront the mama and the son or whatever. She pulled up to these people's house because she got the key to get inside. Woke them up. Hey, everybody come in the kitchen or whatever. When they get in the kitchen, like, what are you doing? What's going on? She showed the mama the video while looking at him. Mama looking at the video like, oh my God. Oh, Lord, son. Da, da, da. He don't know what's going on. Finally, the mama sick to her stomach. She grabbed the phone, give it to the son. And he looking like, man, what the hell? That ain't me. She like, boy, as soon as your mama saw this, your mama was sick. You know that's you. Or whatever. If your mama know that's you, you know that's you or whatever. He like, oh, it's not me, it's not me, it's not me. This is line he's sticking to. She also told him, and I also know that you have another baby or whatever, because this video has audio and we heard you talking about the other baby that you have. Have a nice life and fuck you. So now, that's the end of the book. I'm like, Quan, what happened to everybody? Now we in the epilogue, y'all. Now, in the epilogue, it tell everybody's story like a BET movie. In the epilogue, we start with Olivia. Olivia basically got abandoned by Demonte, so she decided, I ain't finna be no single mama. She packed the baby up and dropped the baby off at Dorothy's house. Dorothy like, I'm not finna watch this baby. She said, well, let the damn baby daddy watch it, because I ain't watching it. Olivia left. She did some hood white ghetto shit. The next character is the co-worker Anisha. So the co-worker moved to Atlanta with her cousin, and she loves it, even though she like, oh, I'm asking every question since my baby daddy been fucking niggas for the whole time. So Atlanta. Now they talk about Michaela. After Michaela got fired, she ended up going to work at Motel 6 with her mama or whatever. She tried to go talk to Lamont to see, like, would he work things out with her since she told Jasmine. But Lamont, like, girl, fuck you, get away from my house or whatever. She slit his tires, bust out his windows, and then fucked around and got caught, child. Ended up getting 1 year probation. So the bitch is crazy. They tell us what happened with Lamont. So Lamont ended up getting put on child support. Because remember, he was only giving Jasmine $350 a month or whatever. Now, because he got a good job, he's paying Jasmine $1,100 a month or whatever. And Jasmine is fucking the boss from the job or whatever. So he trying to stop Jasmine from messing with him and get Jasmine back. But girl, boy, child, you was getting sucked up in the damn parking lot of the church, baby. Jasmine don't need you back. So that's Lamont. He's a typical baby daddy. Now they tell us about Jasmine. Jasmine, of course, moves in the house, moves Karisha and her baby in the house with her. She said everything is going lovely. She loved Karisha living there with her. You know, she ended up getting a whole bunch of money from all these life insurance policies that was left to her. She's dating her boss. Like, her life is going so good. And she's still keeping her job, not trying to get lazy how she was in the beginning of the story. So Jasmine is doing well for herself. And I'm happy she helped Karisha out like she did. Now, they tell us about Demonte. Now, remember the video that went around? Karisha also sent that video to his first baby mama. Demonte mama felt like, you know what? I've been babying you all your life. It's time for you to get out and be a man. Your baby mama was right. Karisha was right. I need to let you go in order for you to grow up. So she kicked him out. He tried to go stay with the first baby mama, but she got the video. She's disgusted at him. So he goes and stay with Trey. Remember, Trey, Anisha's baby daddy, is in love with him. They've been fucking for 14 years. You know what I'm saying? Demonte say he ain't gay like that, though, because he only fucked Trey. But then Karisha, his baby mama, said, well, you got to think about that. You've been cheating on me, your first baby mama, your side bitch, with all of these different women, but you never cheated on Trey with a different man. So you think you're not gay, but you really gay for real. You know what I'm saying? Because you faithful to a man versus being faithful to your women. So now, Trey was the only person going to take him in, honey. So he ended up going to stay with Trey, and Trey is over there acting like a real queen, like cooking, cleaning. Oh, put your feet down. Don't be dirtying up my sofa. Like, Trey is over there acting like a real queen, honey, and he cannot take it. He cannot take it. He like, man, I can't believe I fucked up my life. Like, yeah. Live your truth, honey. Live your truth. Yet again, Demonte ass still don't have no motherfucking job. Like, bitch, you need to go get a job or whatever. So now, Karisha, they tell us what ended up happening with Karisha. She ended up going to the clinic, finding out she was negative. She ended up telling Kyrie everything that's going on. And Kyrie like, you know what? We'll both go get tested. So Kyrie decided to go down and get tested. Said they're going to get tested again in 3 months to make sure that they clear or whatever before they have sex with each other or whatever. Remain friends with Demonte or whatever. So finally, she got Demonte a job at the deli she was working at because her boss ended up getting fired doing some scandalous fraud shit. So she took the boss position and she hired Demonte or whatever so he could have a job, being that the white girl done dropped the baby off over there and now he's a full-time parent. And the baby is living with him and Trey. So this is so much going on, y'all. This is so much going on, y'all. That was the end of the book. Like, I really see that book being like Traffic, like that movie, because it's like we going from this perspective. It can get confusing at times, but Once you know what's going on, baby, you are into it. Like, could y'all believe Demonte was fucking Trey? That caught me right off. To be honest, it was not a long read. It was a quick read. If you like, oh, this book gonna be so long, it was a quick read. And honestly, once you get into it, you want to know what happened. You like invested in these people's lives or whatever. So I need to see this book as a movie. Like, this is the one right here. This is the one right here. It's tax season. Y'all see that fur that came back on? Yeah, the fur. So this is the one right here. I love this book. I love this book. But I would have to give this book 3.8 stars. 3.8 stars. Only because it's that flip. Like, what is up with this plot twist, Quan? Why do the man always have to be fucking another man on the side? Like, what's going on? Like, why can't this nigga ever just hit the lottery or something? You know what I'm saying? So, Quan, I gave you 3.8 stars for that or whatever. But get this book on Kindle, y'all. And when is my girl gonna go and narrate this book, Quan? You got to get this narrated. The people want to hear it. The people want to hear this book, Quan.
Like and subscribe.
You ready?